let's see if we can make this work. I am live. I went to Glenwood Caverns and to the Iron Mountain Hot Springs today. I will turn on my car's light. There we go. So I went to Glenwood Springs and Iron Mountain Hot Springs today, and I want to do basically a breakdown of what I thought. So essentially, Glenwood Caverns, that was an alpine coaster and 2 cave tours, and it was awesome. I mean, quite frankly, it feels like that's essentially designed to be the enthusiast's #1.
Turn left onto Centennial Street, then turn left onto Devereux Road.
It's on a wristband, you get to have multiple rides on it. So, it's a good deal as far
Turn left onto Devereux Road.
As far as alpine coasters go, just from that perspective, and it's a really good deal when you consider you get 2 cave tours.
In 400 meters, turn right onto West 6th Street.
Forgive my directions going off, but anyway, the alpine coaster, yes, it's awesome, and I'd say it is my favorite alpine coaster that I've ridden. And why is that? Well, it has some awesome moments of laterals. It has some good airtime pops, especially towards the end. There's a finale where it's got 6 pops of airtime and then 2 big swooping turns.
Turn right onto West 6th Street.
Crazy laterals to them, and I was just like, whoa, that's a pretty awesome way to end an alpine coaster. And
In 500 meters, at the traffic circle, take the first exit.
Even when it has a computer that monitors speed and sets a speed limit, it doesn't kill the ride like it does on some alpine coasters. Most of the time. Key phrase being most of the time, because if you get unlucky on an alpine coaster and you're behind someone that is just like, oh, I want to go as slow as possible, and you're a coaster enthusiast, you want to experience.
Exit the traffic circle, then use any lane to turn slightly right onto Colorado 82 West. At the light, use any lane to turn slightly right onto Colorado 82 West, then use the right lane to take the I-70 ramp. Use the right lane to take the I-70 ramp, then merge onto I-70 West.
So, as I was saying again, the alpine coaster has a lot of great elements with the whole, you get airtime and laterals, and it has awesome scenery, and I think
continue on I.
Because of how long it is, I think you get even more than you get on the one at Deep Creek, Maryland, which was the long-time holder of my #1 alpine coaster spot before coming to Glenwood Caverns and riding their alpine coaster. So pretty cool that a long-time #1 holder for a specific category was dethroned today by Glenwood Caverns. Now, there is the possibility of bias playing into it, where I got to ride the alpine coaster at Glenwood Caverns more than 20 times, and I got to do 2 cave tours, and also as a bonus I got to play around a laser tag and do a 4D theater, which I don't care that much about, but it's still included in the wristband, so it was definitely a worthwhile thing. So even in the winter, when most of the rides at Glenwood Caverns are not running, I would say it's still very worth it to visit, because you have still an alpine coaster, you have caves, and you have a price that's less than double what a typical alpine coaster costs, and you can get unlimited rides on the alpine coaster at Glenwood Caverns, plus you get 2 cave tours. So I mean, I think it's a pretty good deal when you get unlimited rides on it for that price, especially compared to other alpine coasters in Colorado. My goodness, with it being like $32 for one ride on some of these alpine coasters. Like, my goodness. And so like, I mean, I don't think it feels like a ripoff. I know they're still making money off of it, don't get me wrong, but it's something, it's money I'm okay spending. I'll put it that way, because I get a lot out of it. Whoa, someone just honked at me for no reason at all. But anyway, so Glenwood Caverns, pretty cool. And then I did Iron Mountain Hot Springs, which was about the same price as Glenwood Caverns, and I thought it was pretty cool as well, with all of the pools that were naturally heated from the hot springs. And like, I mean, it was water from the hot springs in the pools, and I thought it was really cool to get to be in hot springs water. That was my first time ever in hot springs water, and I've just got to say, like, I mean, it was really awesome. So how it works, because they have the pools at different temperatures, so I was first thinking, oh no, is it actually fake and the pools are heated? I'll enjoy it, but I'm gonna say something about it if that's the case. But no, that's not the case at all, actually. What actually is the case is that they mix water from multiple springs into their pools, so they can control the temperature by which spring they pick water from, and they're all hot springs. But because they are natural, like the pool temperature it's the natural temperature of the water, even if it's, hey, we're gonna look at the temperatures of these hot springs and then manipulate the temperature of our pools based on that. So I mean, it's pretty cool that they have that. And like, I mean, I did it because it was advertised at Glenwood Caverns. So like, just really awesome to have hot springs, 20 plus rides on an alpine coaster, and 2 caves as a single day activity. And like, I mean, like I said, I thought the price was pretty good for, like, I spent about $100 to do that. And with how much you typically spend on alpine coasters alone, getting 20 rides on an alpine coaster for $100 is a bargain. So I mean, I'd say today was a really great day. Definitely a big what I needed after yesterday. Like, I mean, I will say at Iron Mountain Hot Springs, I did hear some people talking positive about skiing at Copper Mountain, and I was like, well, like, I politely said, well, as a coaster nerd, I do have quite a story about Copper Mountain. And they were like, and get this, they agreed with me, even though they were like, oh, I love Copper Mountain in terms of a resort. Like, they agreed with my assessment of, you know, how is it not safe to run a roller coaster that's bolted to the track at night, but it is safe to allow skiing where there's going to be people running into each other and causing accidents that are potentially fatal at night? Like, how is that safe when the dark is going to obscure people's view? And like, I mean, the answer, because I'm just going to say I know the answer, it's that skiing requires less staffing. So thus it's cheaper to have skiing open than have the alpine coaster open. So like that's ultimately the real answer to my shitty experience at Copper Mountain, and the alpine coaster is not really their main focus. It's something that they just have for their guests, basically, and they are very strategic about having very little hours, so that, but like, I mean, I don't need to dwell too much on yesterday, because like, I mean, today was such an awesome day, and like, also, like, I mean, with yesterday, I don't want to forget how much fun I had at the Great Wolf Water Park, just because the afternoon was crap yesterday. But anyway, like, back to today, because like, I mean, an alpine coaster, 2 cave tours, and 19 hot spring pools. I mean, how much better can it get than that? So yeah, like, I mean, Glenwood Springs, it's definitely a place that is must visit. Like, I mean, even if you're coming in what's generally the off season for the rides at Glenwood Caverns, it's still very much worth making Glenwood Springs a pretty major stop on your journey if you're headed west. And like, I mean, like me, I'm headed west. I guess I should say if you're headed in a direction where you're going to be passing it, because like, I mean, I am just realizing not everyone who's going to be passing it is going to be heading west. But like, I mean, if you're passing through, it's a great place to make a stop and have essentially a little mini vacation in the middle of your move, in my case, or honestly, to have, like, I could spend more than the full day that I spent there at Glenwood Springs. But like, I mean, me being one person, it's not like I have to, it's not like there's anything that's holding me back from doing stuff like there is that makes it so that families have to spend more time on vacations, which is honestly why these places like to market to families, because if families are coming in, then that means the money's coming in. So anyway, yeah, like, I mean, my review of Glenwood Caverns and Iron Mountain Hot Springs, it's awesome. And whatever time of year you're coming through, it should be a stop that you make. So that's going to do it for this live.